Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. And as you can see here, we're back. It's Jurassic World Evolution 2. We have not played this game and I think it's been like 3-4 months now, so very long time. Now, you can see here, we are, now if you've seen the end of the last video, which a lot of people have, 300 something views on the last one. Amazing. But yeah, if you saw the end of that video, you saw that I told you we were going to be doing a series in Jurassic World Evolution 2, where we were going to be recreating Prehistoric Planet in this game, and that's what we're doing today. So in this first episode, we're creating islands. The first episode of the second season. Now, right off the bat, the first thing I have to decide is what scene do I want to recreate. Because there was a lot of great scenes in there, but I didn't know which one I wanted to create. And I ended up deciding on the scene where the Majongosaurus attempts to hunt the Simosuchus in Madagascar. And so that's what we're doing here. So you can see I'm in the Malta square map. This map is pretty good, but it also has its drawbacks, which I do explain later in the live section of this video in a moment. But yeah, so you can see right here, we'll just get a start right now because I don't have much time. But you can see here, I'm just placing a bunch of trees down. It was a fairly, there was a fair few amount of trees, but there weren't too many. I did place quite a few. It took quite a while. This footage is sped up to 2 times speed, which is as far as iMovie can go, so we might be here for a while. But, yeah, so I'm just placing some trees. I ended up placing some water in a minute, but it's a big map, so you can imagine it took me a while. I didn't really have a specific layout for how I wanted to put the trees, so I ended up just spamming the entire map and just like doing random stuff, just kind of waving the cursor around and just pressing A at random moments. So that was fun, I guess. Yeah, it did take a while. Yeah, I think that the trees in this map as well, they look pretty identical to how the trees in the Madagascar environment that we saw in Islands looked. I think they work pretty well. Still going. Yeah, okay. I have no way to speed this up, by the way. This is still good. And yes, you may be wondering, this is very similar to literally like most of Evo Squares and Swerve's speed build videos. And yes, it is. This is heavily inspired by those. So if you're watching this, you're cool. I like your videos. You're really good. Yeah, but so yeah, that's where I kind of got the idea from this. This is taking bloody forever. I'm pretty sure we're almost done with this section. So at this end of I think right about here, this is where I decided to have a bit more of an open space area, like around this part of the this corner of the map. I had like a bit of an open space area around here, so I could do something else with it instead of just having the entire area be trees and stuff. Also, yeah, you might be wondering, where's the audio of the game? It doesn't exist because while I was recording this, you'll see this, while I was recording this, it crashed a lot. It did a lot of crashing because apparently this game just hates being recorded on my Xbox. So it ended up crashing, and I think it took the audio with it in the recording, so that's kind of annoying. But you can see right here, now we're switching to something different. We're making a big river in the middle, well, not in the middle, but like we're making a river on one hand, on one side of it. I didn't really have, again, I didn't have a specific way of how I wanted to make the river, so I ended up just, you could see right here, I'm just kind of going all over the place with the water, and then I end up deciding that it looks terrible. And so I just fill in the rest of the island, and so I just fill in like everything and just make it really thick, and it looks a little bit, like, it turned out good. It's a bit thick, like it's a bit wide for a river, but I mean, it's not horrible. It doesn't end up looking horrible. And there's a lot of rivers, like a lot of islands there that you saw. I just like surrounded some land with water. I ended up getting rid of that as well because I thought it just looked horrible. Good, so I'm going to the other side. It's a pretty big. The square maps in this game are massive, so there's a lot of space to work with. But that also means it can take forever if you want to do stuff like do this. Like you want to make a river that spans the entire width of the map or cover the entire area in trees. That takes quite a while with these maps, which is the only thing that I found to be kind of tedious about this whole project. Yeah, because it took so long. This clip, like this whole clip, like not sped up, is maybe 40, like 50 minutes. It took me about 50 minutes to make this whole build in real time, which is not, it's not bad actually. It's pretty good time. But I ended up, but of course when I sped this up, so it's only like a 30-minute clip. So yeah, it's a little bit better. So he's still making the river. I really need to chop this up into two separate bits. I don't have enough to say to cover. God, go faster. Yeah, but what else can I say? Nice weather, like yeah. Also, okay, I do have stuff to say as well, I guess. I have I do have exams coming up. In fact, I have them coming up literally this Friday. It's Tuesday today, so I'm being very pressurized to get a lot of studying done and school, and it's not fun whatsoever. So, although this video is gonna be up literally a couple, like just over a week after I've just posted the last video, which is it is very rare that I post a video immediately afterward, like immediately after the last one. Usually, like, don't get used to it. It's not gonna be a long, like, it's not gonna be a permanent thing. It's just I've had the time, so I'm gonna do it. But that's not going to last because I have exams coming up soon, and that is going to change drastically. You're going to have to end up waiting like at least a week or so, like another like couple of weeks. So that's going to be annoying, but you'll just have to bear with me for a moment. So see right here, I just placed some rocks to kind of make the river look more natural, like it doesn't just suddenly start, and it just like it kind of like you can see there, like it kind of looks a little bit better, like it's kind of like a dam or something. I don't know. And I'm now I'm putting more trees down just to kind of make the river look a little bit nicer. At first I wanted to just have some trees going like the first few, having the like going the first bit, but then I ended up eventually I end up deciding, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go have them across the entirety of the the river. So I'm doing the other side now. And then I go across, and then that's when I realized I was using a very small brush size, and then I was kind of annoyed because I was only making these tiny little crappy bushes, and then I was like, why is it doing that? I want these like big, like actually trees, and then I got them when I got bigger brush size, and I was annoyed with myself a little bit. But yeah, so then you had yeah, so I'm just gonna go across. So this is the point when I decided I'm just gonna go across the whole thing. I don't really care anymore. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to go to the other side, right there. I need to come up with a script for these videos, especially these speed build ones. Okay, that's future reference. So, yeah. So we're almost done with this. And also, yes, 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. I should probably mention that right now. So that was Sunday. I recorded this on Sunday. And it's this video is going up today when I'm recording this voiceover on a Tuesday. So not what I originally planned, but we're gonna work with it, you know. So I'm now so yeah, it's 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, I'm happy about that. That's awesome. That's great stuff. It was a really good movie. I don't know why people don't like it. My teacher doesn't like it, apparently. I hate that she doesn't like that. She sucks. But she doesn't suck, but yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, so there you go. I just put some more trees down, and now I'm just putting random puddles of random bits of water everywhere, just to make so that if the dinosaurs want water, they don't have to all go to this one big thick river. There's gonna be like bits of water scattered throughout the entire place. Um, and then I think, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I'm almost done. Um, yep, there it is. Okay, and then okay, we done with the water, Hayden? Okay, come on. Are we done? Okay, now we're done. Okay, so at this point, I wanted to add some rocks. So I didn't add rocks everywhere, but I added a few here and there. Eventually. So what am I? Ugh. Okay, but yeah. So I just added a bunch of rocks. You'll see I did a really cool trick with this as well. So this is what it looks like from the map. Looks ugly from the top down view from the map, but we're gonna work with it. And then I decided I wanted to do something fun because if you've been with this keeping up with this game for the last few months, for the last like week or so, you'll know that on Sunday they dropped, or yeah, I think it was on, maybe it was on Sunday or before. Recently they dropped a update where they put some decorations in, and to make them look like the Jurassic Park, and that was to coincide with the 30th anniversary. And you can see one of these here. I talk more about them in the live section, but yeah, it was just funny. So I decided to put some here. I didn't put all of them, but I added a few of them, a few decorations that I thought would be a nice like that thought were like natural looking enough to be included into here, and I think they did add quite a lot. So then this is me just fooling around, just kind of checking out what the rest of it is, seeing if there was anything else I could add. I didn't find anything else, but I was just kind of scrolling through, seeing what there was to deal with. Um, yeah, but I didn't. So I talk more about what I did. Yeah, this is a really cool trick that I did. I'll talk more about it, of course, again in the live section. I put the rocks, with the Jurassic Park logo. Um, so that's cool. So that was a nice idea that I had to like nestle those in with the actual rocks. I messed that one up and I put it in back, like I put it like the wrong orientation, because we all make mistakes. And then I decided to kind of just raise the terrain a little bit. That was the last thing I did. We're coming up to the live section now. I just decided to put like the raise the terrain a little bit to give it a bit of different differentiation. Didn't It's not really noticeable in the final product, but it is there. So we're coming up to the live section. So I guess I'll shut up now, and we'll see you guys in the past, but also in the future. Okay, bye, bye. We'll see you guys there. All right, everyone, welcome to the live section of this video. Now, this is the overall look of it. From a distance, it doesn't look great, and also there's buildings. That's the only thing with this map, is it looks pretty much spot on to how the Madagascar environment looked in the episode. But then again, there's bloody man-made structures right there. So excluding this, if you just get that in a shot, if you just like went way over here, and then you looked at this and you squinted really hard, you may be able to pretend that those buildings over there are just like the tree lines. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're not going to let that distract us, because we're just going to take a quick look at everything here, and we're just going to go over what we did. So we got the nice forests. We put some lakes around so the dinosaurs could have water wherever they go, and then we have our big main lake. It's a bit wide, and it's not the best job I've ever done at making a lake, but or a river, but it'll have to do, I guess, and it's not too bad. We got a little bit of nice open plains here, and I've tried to put some like terrain differentiate, like some hills and stuff. I don't know if like it's barely noticeable, but yes, we'll get to the dinosaurs in a minute. We'll take a closer look at them in a minute. But we have a couple Easter eggs because, as you know, it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park, which is awesome, and I'm really happy. But I've decided that I want to put some Easter eggs in here because why not? I mean, it just makes sense. So, over here, we've got some big piles of poop. We got big piles of poop. They're not Triceratops poop. In the movie, they were Triceratops poop. But I guess in this headcanon, I guess we'll just say that the Majungasaurus put it. I don't know. Yeah, don't ask me how they managed to put poop on the ground that was as big as they are. It's weird. What else might do? We've also got, I've scattered them about somewhere. If I can find it. I put the logs. I put the couple of logs. Here we go. I put a couple of the logs that the Gallimimus jumped over during the chase scene in Jurassic Park. And in some of the rocks that I've surrounded them with those new rocks they've added with the Jurassic Park logo on them. And for those who are wondering, for those who are living under a rock themselves, the new update to Jurassic World Evolution 2 has introduced a bunch of new decoration items that you can use to decorate your parks that look like to make them look like they did in the movie Jurassic Park. So among those decorations was these big piles of poop, the logs, and of course the sign, among many others as well, which I didn't put because they're not really natural enough to be put there. But with these ones that I put, you can kind of mask them with the other elements of your park and make them look like they're natural stuff. So that's pretty much that. Let's get to see some of the dinosaurs now. So this, get your face out of the water. This is our Majungasaurus. The skin I think works quite well. I've just used the Death Valley and here we go. I've used the Death Valley and blank pattern skin for the Majungasaurus because this is pretty much what it looked like in the show. It was kind of brown and bland kind of color. It wasn't the most interesting skin, but it was at the same time it was good. Like, it was pretty natural, so I liked it. The Majungasaurus in the show was pretty nice. Obviously, it's Jurassic Evolution 2, so it's got these big spikes all over the place, and it's very skinny, unlike the one in Prehistoric Planet, which was chonker, which was a heckin' chonker. So yeah, that's unfortunately we haven't been able to replicate that here, but we have to make do with what we got, with what we have. Oh yeah, Majungasaurus. Some of the animations are a bit glitchy as well. Yeah, there's our Majungasaurus. I put 5 of them in, and I've just scattered them about, because one Majungasaurus in this entire area would be way too small. So then we have our Simosuchus, which I've used Lystrosaurus for that because it's similar enough. It's got like the it has like the it's a quadruped. It's got like, it's cute. It's a herbivore. The Lystrosaurus does have the tusks, which make it look a bit annoying, and like a hint of a ceratopsian frill on it, which is a bit odd. But so it's not perfect, but I think it works well enough. Yeah, I think this is a good stand-in for Simosuchus. And then we have our third species. Why are you all the way over there? Get the hell with your friends. We have those guys. And then way over here we have our Mexicosaurus, which I've used the Herrerasaurus for Mexicosaurus, because it's got kind of a similar build. It's very stocky, not bulky, but like a boxy, like a big like a boxy kind of similar build, I guess. You've got the only thing is the hands, which are entirely inaccurate. completely, and the skull shape, which isn't like curved, which isn't like very curved. It's like kind of like a angular, boxy snout, which isn't exactly which that kind of takes away from the Mashikasaurus vibes, and also the skin. I tried to make the skin look as best like match as closely as possible to the Mashikasaurus we saw in Prehistoric Planet. I don't know how. I don't know if I've done a great job, but then again, this is as close as I could come with it. So do with it what you will. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much all it is. All this is. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out. This I could have added Repetosaurus, which was in Madagascar. I think that was in Madagascar. It was in the scene with the Beelzebufo. Also, yeah, we couldn't, unfortunately, for the Mashikasaurus, we couldn't do anything for the Adolitherium and the Madsoya, the snake and the mammal that appeared in the episode. We don't have any stand-in mammals or snakes that we can use in this game, so I couldn't do anything for that. And also we don't have any frogs, which we can use for Beelzebufo. I was considering at one point adding in the Repetosaurus, like a herd of Repetosaurus, because correct me if I'm wrong, I think that scene took place in Madagascar as well, because it had Mashikasaurus in it. So, and Mashikasaurus appeared in Madagascar in the show, but I don't know. But yeah. So that's the first one. I don't know when the second one's gonna come out. I don't even know when this one's coming out. I'm hoping this will be released today. I really want to release this one in time for the 30th anniversary at some point today. I'll be really sad if I can't. But yeah, so that's it for this one. In the next one, we're gonna be recreating a scene from the second episode, which is Badlands, which is going to be I've been struggling to decide. There's two scenes I wanted to recreate. There was the scene where the Corythoraptors are nesting and the Kurukula comes in and steals the eggs. And there was also the scene where the Tarbosaurus and the Velociraptors were hunting the mixed herd of Mongolian titans, Nemegtosaurus and Prenocephalae. I think I've gone for the latter. I wanted to do the latter. I don't have the Northwest USA. I don't have the Northwest USA map unlocked, unfortunately, at the moment. So I can't really do anything. So I can't use that, but I can work around it probably. So yeah, I don't know when that one's gonna come out either. But yeah, at some point we are gonna be releasing that episode. So stay tuned for the next one where we're gonna be recreating Badlands in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Peace out.